Hello, hello. It's been a while since I was here live, and life got very busy over past few weeks. You probably saw this in this Facebook group. I shared that on the 12th of this month, I became a proud owner of my multi-seven-figure villa in Spain. And boy, oh boy, I've learned so much. I tell you, one of my team members, Agnes, was asking me, Eva, can you share? Like, why don't you just go and do a video in Six Figures group and share what you've learned? Because there's so many participants that want to have their dream homes. And I just didn't have the time. It was so freaking busy. Everything is closed. I own the house. And now we are in the process of moving. So we will be moving in. We booked our flights for 7th of July. And now the interior designers are fitting out our house and making it look like $1,000,000, actually a few $1,000,000. And we are ready to fly and change countries on the 7th of July. So I'm super, super excited. Welcome everyone. If you're watching me live, say #live or #replay if you're watching after. I want to acknowledge you and celebrate you for being here, wanting to learn. And I am here for you, wanting to share the 3 lessons that I've learned from manifesting my dream home. So lesson number 1. Become super stubborn and super committed about your C-type goal. So if you have a dream, if you have a C-type goal, that is something that your heart wants and you've been wanting this for a while, you want to ask yourself, why is this not turning into reality by now? I did that with my dream home. I had it on my vision board for several years. And every January, I would put that on my vision board until back in December 2021, when I was redoing my vision board, I asked myself, hold on a second, why is it that I have this dream on my vision board for so long and it's not turning into reality? I really asked myself a serious question. And hand over my heart, I realized I'm not committed. I haven't made a stubborn decision that this house is going to become real within the next 6 to 12 months. It was like, okay, yeah, I would love to have a beautiful contemporary villa in a hot country overlooking sea and palm trees. But when I really thought about taking actions, it was more like, well, I don't know where to start. I never purchased a house before. I don't know which country. How do I even figure it out? I always had some reasons why I'm not playing full out, And so back in December 2021, I just got serious and I said to myself, enough is enough, Eva. We're getting this house within the next 6 to 12 months. We're getting this house. And I want you to think about, have you ever made a stubborn decision? Like stubborn, committed decision, maybe to change country, maybe to get that boyfriend or have a baby or get that degree. And a stubborn, committed decision feels like nothing will stop me. I'm going to do whatever it takes. And that's a decision that turns your goal into reality versus a wishful thinking. Makes your goal as a fantasy wish on your vision board, but it's not turning into reality. So I made my stubborn, committed decision, and then I took certain actions that I normally wouldn't take. Like, for instance, traveling to a few countries and seeing where I want to live, figuring out what type of a house, seeing houses, things like that. And then finally finding my dream home in May 2022, putting down deposit and then manifesting all the money that I needed to complete the transaction. I also hired a mentor, but I'll tell you about it later on. That was also a sign of my commitment versus wishful thinking about my C-type goal. The second tip, release control. My goodness, I could talk about this one for hours. But one of my biggest lessons from acquiring and manifesting this home is to release control. And what I mean by controlling is we tend to control the timing when we manifest our goals, and we tend to control the how. So when it comes to the timing, when I found this home in May 2022, it was meant to be finished in August 2022. So like, I don't know, May, June, July, August, 3 months, right? And it was finalized in May 2023, a year after. And there were many shifts of the dates, okay, it was meant to be done by August, then it was meant to be by December, then it was meant to be done by February, my birthday, and eventually it was finalized by the end of May, and I am moving in by the 7th of July, right? And so looking back, the tendency to control would be like, what the hell? Like, I set the date for a certain time, I want it by a certain date. But when I look back, I really realized that everything happens for a reason, and it takes this amount of time for a reason. So for instance, it did take me this time to organize all the funds. It is multi-7-figure property, and it required quite a bit of investment, right? Everything happened for a reason. And looking back, you don't care how long it takes you. You just care that you're doing it. You really don't care how long it takes you. Another place where I learned to drop the control was, and I'm seeing lots of you watching. Welcome, guys. If you're watching me live, #live, say hello. If you're watching replay, #replay. Great to see you guys here. And it's so great to share these tips and secrets, because I know a lot of you are dreaming about the house. If you're dreaming about a dream house, or you have any other big C-type goal, listen to this, because I am a different version of myself manifesting this dream into reality. And there's a lot of gold in what I've learned. So at the second part where I had to release control was the how. And this is frequently what we tend to try to control. I want the money to come from here and here and here. I mean, I've worked with a lot of coaches and consultants who say, my money for such and such house or such and such dream needs to come from my main coaching service. And that's me, guys. I think I'm back. But anyway, so, oh, what's going on? Internet connection. Anyway, let's pray for this. So the second place was release the control of the how. And for me, it was, how am I going to organize the money? So I started being open up to what else can I do in my business to serve my audience and serve my clients, and to bring in more cash from it, right? So one of the ideas that I had was one-on-one mentorship, but it didn't really resonate with me. Another idea was the Millionaire Mastermind, which you guys probably know about. This is a training that I do for 6-figure entrepreneurs who want to reach 7 figures, and I teach how to make 7 figures. But also I was open that money can come to me from multiple places, not just from my business. So there was some inheritance from my dad that was unexpected. There was some investments in cryptocurrency that I materialized, and money just came from multiple places. So I had to become more flexible around, like, okay, I am asking for this amount of cash, and I am not going to control where it's going to come from. I'm just going to be brainstorming ideas and feeling into, I have that money, and then ideas come and I execute, and from so many fantastic places. So number 1 tip, get committed, get stubborn, and really take steps that someone who is very committed to get their goal in 6 to 12 months takes. Because majority of people say that they're committed, but they're not really committed. They haven't fully decided. They still treat their goal as a wish or a dream, and that's why it's not happening. It just keeps being your vision board item. The second thing is drop the control in terms of timing. When something is not happening on your time, it's probably because the universe needs a little bit more time to materialize it for you, and it's going to be perfect. And when you look back, you're going to see why it took you this much. And then the third tip, and probably this is my biggest, before I decided to go for this house and got serious, I decided to invest in a mentor. Okay, it's my second mentor. Second mentor in the manifestation space, because I also had lots of strategic mentors, but manifestation, goal achievement mentor, this is second after Bob. And that was in December 2021. I invested the most I've ever invested in a mentor, $150,000 in full. And why did I do this? Not because I couldn't do it myself, but because I was committed to get my goal in 6 to 12 months. And this is probably the biggest tip that I'm going to give you. Like, when you have somebody that has done what you want to accomplish, time collapses. So that lady that I hired, you know, she purchased her 2 million property. She knew how to do it. She knew all the mistakes to avoid, the process, all the shortcuts. And I hired her because I wanted all this knowledge. Like, I wanted to know step by step, what do I do to turn my goal into reality, and do it fast and do it easy and avoid mistakes, wasting time and money. So that's number one reason. And number two reason was I knew I had heart to heart with myself, and I knew if I don't have someone holding me to account, it's very likely that I'm going to get busy with my business and I'm just not going to go for this goal 100%. So I wanted someone that will hold me to account, and also that investment in myself decided that I was holding myself to account, you know. And then last but not least, I really, looking back, there were many moments where if I didn't have my mentor, I probably wouldn't go through with that investment. Back in November 2020, I transferred 600,000 euros cash before I had mortgage secured in Spain, you know, and that was such a scary decision. It was deposit for my house, and it was so freaking scary to make that move, not knowing if I'm gonna get the mortgage, if I'm gonna get it at the rate that I wanted. And if I don't get it, I will not get some of this money back, a big chunk. So someone to talk to at that time, I would get scared and I would pull back, because that was, sorry, I think my internet is still catching on. Anyway, yeah, so there were many moments where if I didn't have the awareness and the support of my mentor, I probably would pull out and I wouldn't go through with this purchase. And so I probably rarely speak about the value of mentors, but I've always had mentors. Ever since I made my first investment in Bob Proctor, I always invested in manifestation mentors, manifestation/business mentors, because when you have someone that has done what you want to accomplish, they know exactly how to guide you, and you're not wasting time or money, and you're also definitely achieving your goal. It is just such a I don't even know, comfort, you know, to have somebody guiding you and knowing what to do when you have no clue, you know, and believing in you when you don't believe in yourself, and helping you with those scary decisions. It's priceless. So if you are someone that is watching this video and you have been thinking about hiring me and hiring my team to help you achieve your goal, I want you to really ask yourself, are you committed? Are you committed to achieve your goal in next 6 to 12 months? Or have you made a stubborn decision? And be honest with yourself. Do you think you're going to do it yourself alone? Or do you think you should hire somebody to help you? And if the answer is the second one, that was the answer for me, then I want to invite you to jump on board with us. We actually have a special offer on Thinking into Results and the other graduate programs, Inner Circle and Millionaire Mastermind, running this entire week until Sunday. So if this resonates with you, if this motivates you, I know that when I see mentors that get results, I am motivated to hire them. That's how I operate. I want people that have accomplished what I want to accomplish because they know everything. Like, they literally know how to guide me the best. And if that motivates you, watching my win, watching my result, turning my dream into reality, if it motivates you to jump on board with us, then I want you to get some bonuses and some perks. We have tons and tons of bonuses going on this week. So if you're interested, make sure that you reach out to your success advisor. and ask them what's the special offer. They will be able to support you. And if you don't have Success Advisor, then private message me and I will connect you with one and they will support you. Out of the three tips, I think having a mentor is priceless. Like seriously, without it, it would be challenging. And so now, knowing how to turn your dream house into reality, I can show you the ropes, right? And I also wanted to manifest this house, not just for me, but also to be able to help others turn that kind of dream into reality. So thank you so much for watching. As I said, if this inspires you, you're serious, you're done with waiting and putting your goal on vision board, you're ready to bring it into fruition, then reach out to your Success Advisor and check out our special offer. Have a beautiful day and wishing you all your dreams coming true. Take care.